Should assisted suicide be made legal? Okay. Assisted suicide be made legal, that is euthanasia. Somebody wants that to end his life because of physical suffering or some mental health issues, or just that I'm tired of living. I don't find life any more enjoyable and I want to end my life. So, we can, everybody is free to express their opinion on the subject. Starting from you, Prashant, our VIP guest. Over to
I'm
you,
not a
Prashant.
VIP.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a topic mentions, should assisted suicide be made legal? So I think, in my opinion, I think we already spoke on this topic many times before as well.
Yes, we
But
did.
still,
Yes, we did.
yeah, and we also came down to some conclusion. And I'll just stick to my opinion. Like I said before, that assisted suicide should be made legal only when there's like a situation where someone thinks, or if the doctor has a consent, if they have to consult with other doctors also, take approval. Not only that, the patient should feel like he should commit suicide and then let others kill him. However, there should be kind of a investigation. There should be police involved in it, and there should be like a kind of a enumerated piece of paper. It should have mentioned along with the signatures of the patient and his own consent of what he needs to do. And so again, I'm stressing on this point that it depends on the situation.
Prashant, let me put it this way. What you have done, in your opinion, is you have given the onus of decision. You have taken it out of your shoulders and distributed among the doctor and the police and the law. So I want to bring that responsibility back on your shoulders, and you be the judge and you decide should assisted suicide be made legal or not. If you are made the judge, you are the person who will to make the decisions. What will be your opinion?
Okay, so concerning to the fact that I am a judge, so assisted suicide in one manner or form, it is acceptable as long as you know one thinks that it is okay to end a life. Okay, and I would say, let me give my opinion to this fact is that. Um, when one thinks that it is good for him to end his life once and for all, there's no point in living the life, and he may be incapacitated, or maybe thinking that like this medical condition cannot be recuperated over the period of time, and it is getting even worse, exacerbating. So in that case, me being a judge, I would say, like, I'll give a consent that he should end his life, he or she should end his life.
Yeah, that's more clear. So you think that the person who is owning that life has a decision, has a right to take decision about his own life. So that is
That's
your
right.
opinion. Yeah.
Yes.
So okay. So thank you for Tushar for your honest opinion. Now we will move on to Tushar. Tushar, over to you. What belongs to you?
Uh, yeah, I totally agree with Prashant. Assisted suicide should be legalized due to many factors. If the person is born ill, or having his having a disability on him, a disabled person, or he's broken in some places, broken mindset. So he or she should be it has a freedom or right to have assisted suicide. Okay. Well, I totally agree with the points were already covered by Prashant. So there are no such points to add by me.
There is okay. Right. So you second the opinion of Prashant. You agree with opinion of Prashant. All
Yes.
right, Prashant. We
Ye-
understand your stand. So
yes.
moving to Akshay, let's see what he has to say. Akshay, over to you.
Uh, yeah, I also agree that it should be legalized because it's their personal choice, and as Prashant said previously, my words are also the same because as Tushar also said that if the person is ill or disability, having some type of disability, then if he wants to end his life, then it should be legal. That's all like I want to say about it.
So all three of our friends have the same stand.
Yeah, same opinion
Yes,
because
yes,
same.
yes.
So all of you are laughing. I
Sayed,
don't
Sayed,
know.
Sayed, what do you think? Like you also some like share about your opinion on it.
No, but I okay. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to express my opinion also.
Yeah,
Until now, I have only been asking you guys to share your opinion. I hold very conventional, very traditional views on the as far as the subject of life goes. I believe that life to an individual is a blessing from God, and at the same time, it is also a responsibility from the God. And it is God who gives life, and it is God who takes has the right to take that life away. You should not kill, be it anybody else or be it you yourself. So when you are saying that I want to end my life, you are actually being ungrateful to God for the things that He has given you. Life is a test. Sometimes it is harsh, sometimes it is pleasant. Whether it is pleasant or whether it is harsh, whether it is hardship, I believe that it is all from God, and He has a purpose for giving it to us. And this life is a test. And how we perform in this life is going to be reckoned on the day of judgment. So I believe that we don't have a right to end our life, and when we are doing that, we are being ungrateful, and we are in the state of disobedience to God. That is what I have to say.
Uh,
but
so,
yeah, Prashant, go on.
oh, okay. Sorry to interject. What I'm trying to say here is, if, for instance, if someone wants to suicide, he will suicide anyhow. He will suicide behind the closed doors, and there will be people trying to coax him. Oh, do not suicide. Life is very grateful. It's a blessing from God. He will understand once. He will understand twice. But again, due to some factors, he will say, "No, I still want to enter life." So, what is your comment on that?
But I believe that the concept of sin arises when one believes in God. When you take that concept of God away from an individual, that there is no such thing as a crime, then anything can be justified, be it rape or be it murder.
Now,
Right?
what if the person still wants to commit suicide, even after you telling him not to commit? What are
See,
you going to do?
every individual is free to do what he likes. If somebody wants to steal, I can preach it, but still he can steal. I can preach somebody not to kill, but still he can kill. I can preach somebody to honor women, but still he can molest others. So, what is in our hand is to tell it to everybody that God exists and this life is a trust from God. One may believe, one may not believe. That is not in our hands. But as far as if I made the judge, if somebody wants to comes to me, then sir, I want to kill myself. I will make sure that he does not get any such tool which will help him to kill himself. Even if I have to put him under arrest or close supervision until his mental state comes back to normal. And I believe that
No.
it can come back to normal uh, because sometimes people who there have been some incidents where people have tried to jump from a bridge or into water, and later on they thought that no, I should shun this idea of suicide. But anyway, even if he is very much clingy about that notion that I want to end my life, if I am in the position of power and a judge, I will say no. Would have a right to kill yourself. You should live. And if you are having some problem, uh, there is a way to find a solution to that. Maybe I can help him.
So,
Even if I am not able to help him, you must sustain those hardships. That is how life is.
okay. Can I reply to your comment?
Yes, Prashant.
Okay, so okay, like you mentioned, let's assume you are a judge. Okay, I come to you. I want to commit suicide. Okay, I'm conflict ridden. I'm grief stricken because my girlfriend ditched me. Okay, and you don't give me tools. You put me behind the bars, but I do fasting. I still die. right? I still die, right?
Okay,
I do
so
fasting. I'm fed up of my life.
before you die, you are fasting. Before you die, you come in a state of unconsciousness.
So
Okay.
unconsciousness for a long term, results into death, right? If I don't drink something, I don't eat something, I'm fed up of my life. I don't want to. I lost the meaning of my life. You know, and you try to convince me. I don't listen to you.
Okay. 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 I would have answered you in a certain way, but let me remind you of a very funny story from a very good picture called Munna Bhai MBBS. In that wonderful movie, Munna Bhai tells about two incidents where two individuals had lost hope on life. One was that patient who was in coma. You remember that? And another was this young guy who was in having cancer and was counting his days for his life. Now, how Munna Bhai tried to rejuvenate his enthusiasm for life? Maybe that could be one way where you can yeah. There was one more incident in which one person tried to end his own life because his for the same reasons you mentioned, his girlfriend cheated on him. So I think there are ways in which one person can be uh, and live in once again. And if I have to use mechanical methods to stop you from killing yourself, I will do that. Be it even if I have to put you on saline and glucose.
Sayat, movie is different and real life is different. Real life both are different. Movie में तुम बोलोगे मतलब मैं मर जाऊंगा आसानी से but in real life you will not say, like, right? So same in contrast, if in movie you say that I still want to live, I found some new prospect in my life, or in the contrary, in the real life situation it becomes entirely different, right? No one comes to help, not the doctors, no one like Munna Bhai will come, right? I haven't seen anyone like Munna Bhai coming to me and saying, do not do this, do that. I didn't get something like a kind of a role model in my life yet. The entire things become, the entire picture changes. Picture is different and real life is different.
Yes,
Okay, I
yes.
agree. I was just trying to be. Actually, you want to add something?
Yeah, actually, I want to say that you were saying that if you were the judge and someone come to you that I want to do the suicide, or you said no. So actually, you said that you will tell him that his mental condition is not good. If I'm correct, no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, actually, one case, it was one very close friend of mine. What happened that he uh, he suicide. Actually, he has done the suicide because of very poor financial condition. His financial condition was so bad that he attempted suicide and end his life. So actually, the what happened is was that he can't, like, he told me that my life nothing good is happening, and I want to just end my life. This was
Okay.
my last talk with him, because I remember that incident because it was my first talk with him, and he said like I want to just end my life, and also he was at that time he was also drunk. So when he spoke to me, when he he has done the suicide because of very poor financial condition, and he was also doing a job in a cab, like he was a cab driver. Still,
Okay.
he was not earning that much, and he can't handle his family and all. But he has one sister also, and he can't handle them because already financial condition was very very bad, and so he has attempted the suicide and ended his life.
Okay.
So what do you think? Like, is he was correct or not?
No, he was not correct.
Why? Like, because sometimes I think he was correct because at least he ended his life, and the now because yeah, and when I visited his home at that time, all his parents were crying and all. But recently last year I visited his home again, and now their parents are like showing. I thought that they are in very good condition because they have handled themselves. His father is actually running a small grocery shop and doing well. So I think that even if the person is doing suicide, then somewhere his family get uh, what
Affected.
affected, but also his family like get in proper condition also, because earlier his family was totally dependent on that one person only, like his father and mother. No one was doing any type of work, but like today I see that both are working and having a good life.
The old father and mother are working, and
Yeah,
because
just
the
they
father,
are
yeah,
working on
because
a
the
small.
father came out
Okay,
to
go on.
be more brave than the son himself, and because the father was more brave than the son, their financial conditions improved because
Yeah, some. Yeah,
because the father embraced the hardships of toil and shunned the idea of being coward and running away from life. This bravery rewarded him, and so their financial conditions are better now. Had this bravery been shown by the son, their condition might have been exponentially better. So being coward is never good. That is what I have to say. When a person says that I am done with the hardship, I can't face the hardship anymore, he is being a coward. And being coward cannot be justified.
yeah. Yeah, you are right in some words, because sometimes I also think that he was wrong in his decision. If he tried, and because see, in a person's life, good and bad days come and go, so it's a normal
Yes.
thing. So he would have faced that situation, because it's just a temporary amount of time that bad things are coming in his life. But mu- that might also be true that his future might be good, but don't know. Like you, actually, he was also drunk at that time.
That
So
is
I don't.
exactly. See, most of the reason for evil in the society is alcohol. This is the
Yeah,
this is that liquid which actually takes away the control from you, and the alcohol takes control. So most of the times you see that when a husband is bashing his wife, when somebody is doing rash driving or such cases, alcohol is the main culprit. I
yeah, yes,
totally, in India, most of the rape cases that happen also happen because the culprit had consumed alcohol. So, one more thing, if I am given the power, I will totally ban alcohol. And I think I will be able to solve 90% of the crimes of the country.
Syed, can I say
Yes,
something?
Sushant. Yes, please.
Yeah, so I would like to contradict the statement which you made that alcohol is the cause of everything, all the sins, all the crimes. However, alcohol in moderate amounts, I don't think it is something to go against about that idea, because you see that it's not about alcohol; it is about the mindset. Like it's not like rapes happen just because of the alcohol, the person consumes alcohol. It also happens because he thinks like because she left with eloped with some other guy, and then I have to take revenge. There are like myriads of reasons. It's not just about one thing. It's all about self control. It's all about how you control your mindset and how you control yourself to begin with. And I would like to give you two scenarios when you're trying to convince being a judge about not to suicide, right? Try to inculcate them, instill some good values in them. So there are two scenarios. One person whom you are trying to convince him, right? And he goes vociferously hostile against you. He said, like, let me kill myself, otherwise I'll kill you. Okay. And the second scenario, that you're trying to convince him, but he's not ready to speak. He's not speaking his heart out, not letting you know what the real problem is actually is. How are you going to deal with those situations?
Okay. So you want me to respond to that?
Yes, please.
Okay. You made 2 points about two different things. One was that I said alcohol is the reason for all the evil. I said alcohol is the reason behind most of the evil, if not all. And in India, as far as my own survey, my own knowledge goes, most of the crimes that happen in India are under because of the influence of alcohol. Most of the people, even in case of that Nirbhaya case, the culprits were under the influence of alcohol. And most of the rape cases that you will see in the day-to-day news, the person who is doing this crime is severely under the influence of alcohol. And you said it's about self-control. Brother, when you are having alcohol, there is no more control. control is gone. And you added one more thing. It's when alcohol in moderate quantity does not affect. But if you have seen alcoholics, it always start as every alcoholic did not start drinking to become alcoholic. He started drinking to have social drinker, occasional
Syed,
drinker.
Syed,
Yes,
like,
yes, Prashant.
okay, so in US, almost all people here drinks. Okay, so why there are like less rape cases as compared to India?
Let me complete that point. Let me complete my
Okay,
point.
okay.
I was in the midst of all. So I said, no alcoholic ever started drinking to become alcoholic. Every alcoholic started as a social drinker, occasional drinker, and slowly he started sinking himself into alcohol. You might, I guess, most of the people in India, even my friends, most of them are social drinker, occasional drinker. They drink in very controlled quantity. But once in a while, one of my friends will get drunk and start abusing and hurling, become violent. Once in a while, and this might be the person who was known to be in good self-control. So maybe 10 might, out of 10, 9 might be one very good with their control on over alcohol, but one silly person might lose his control. And if you are making laws, you make such laws that even the 1% do not do is not able to do any crime, right? You don't say that only rash drivers will wear helmet. You say everybody will wear helmet, whether you are rash driver or you are not a rash driver. That is how laws are made, blank, point blank for everybody. And this is how laws work. You don't make laws different for everybody. So
I think we are digressing from the topic.
Maybe Tushar, like
so the point of alcohol was made. You raised that issue, so I was supposed to respond. The point again that topic was
No, that's okay. That's okay. I made two other points, so I gave you two scenarios. Is it possible for you?
yeah. I'm coming back to that. You already made that. I'm coming back to that. Your last point was that the person has become violent. He's saying that I will kill myself. If you stop me, I will kill you.
Yes.
Right now, consider this like this. Suppose there is Mr. X, and he wants to kill Mr. Y. And he says that allow me to kill Mr. Y, otherwise I will kill you. What will you do? You will use force as a judge, as a person in charge, as a man of power. I will use every possible means to stop Mr. X from killing Mr. Y. Now consider this. If Mr. Y is also happens to be Mr. X, Mr. X is trying to kill Mr. X. Again, I will use my power given by law in my hands to stop Mr. X from killing Mr. X. Every single thing that I can possibly do, I will do that. Even if after my trial, after my attempts, Mr. X is able to kill himself, so be it. But I will be at least doing my duties properly.
No, but what if Mr. X tries to kill you as a judge?
Brother,
the judge don't carry gun, right?
No, if I am suppose I am anybody, somebody tries to comes to me and kill me, I will try to protect myself. But even if I am a judge, if I am a man of power, I am city district magistrate, I will have my men around me. See, even if I have police around me or I don't have police around me, I will try to protect myself and also protect somebody who the person is trying to kill, be it somebody other than me or be it himself. You got my point?
Yes.
Yeah, that is what I had to say.
And about my second point?
What was that?
Second point means like you're trying to convince someone, but he's not trying to speak his heart out. He's not letting you know why he should commit suicide and why he thinks that he should end his life. How are you going to convince him?
Yeah.
As a judge, as a man in charge, it is not my duty to change people's heart. It is my duty to execute the law and use power. Maybe it is a job of some psychologist or some eloquent person who can change his heart. Maybe I can hire somebody. I can send it to some therapy. I don't know how.
No, but what if the psychiatrist, or therapist, or the eloquent person is failed in his mission?
See, Again, consider it like this. Suppose two people have animosity among them. We are trying to solve the animosity among themselves and say, "Bhai, don't fight, don't kill each other, stay calm, stay peaceful. Even if my peace talks fail and they try to kill each other, it will be my duty to keep them separate and, if possible, keep them in jail so that they don't kill themselves." Similarly, if a person says that I want to kill myself and my peace talks fail, my good speaking, my psychiatrist fail, and he says that I want to kill myself, I will, even if I have to shackle his arms, his legs, keep him under what is that thing called? Completely under surveillance, hand shackled. Even if I have to do that, I will do that.
No, anyhow, if he does fasting, he'll die, right?
Brother, during that time of British, many, particularly in Fort, there in the cellular jail, there is a story goes like this, that many freedom fighters tried to do fasting until death because they had some demands and the British people were not fulfilling their demands. Right? So, you happen to watch this movie called Bhagat Singh, something like that.
Yeah, I saw that. They were like forcefully
Yeah.
letting them drink the
So,
milk, right?
you understand what my point is. There are means to break people doing fasting, and I'm sure their commitment cannot be as good as that of Bhagat Singh.
No, if you okay, now the thing is, if you give them milk and if it's allergic to milk, they'll die, right?
Pardon?
Like if you give them forcefully, give them milk to drink, right? And just so that they can live at least. So, but if he's allergic to milk, he'll die, right?
Brother, see, it is my duty to try my best. I'm not God. I will do whatever is in my hands to save people's life. If we die, so be it. But at least I will be happy that I have done my duty.
Yeah, that was like very good point you said. But sometimes, like I also think, from my side, I think that if the person is like is because if the person is wants that I want to end my life, then I think he should go on. He must go on to his
So it's like 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 एक ही बार में मर जाओ झंझट ही खत्म है.
yeah crush.
As I said, see, as a human beings, we can make laws, but there are some things which comes from that inner programming. Some things which comes from the belief in God. Some things, there are some sins which does not even be called sin if you take the concept of God away. So, as I said, this whole idea of suicide being a sin, being something not to go near, is based on religion. It's based on a higher power. If you take that away, then there is no meaning to life. Whether a person dies or does not die, or live or does not live, it has no meaning at all. So the entire meaning of life comes from the concept that there's a higher being who created us, and we are answerable to him for our lives, for our time that we are spending on earth. If there is no higher authority, there is no one to whom we are answerable, then do anything whatever you like.
You're right.
The topic is very controversial and very complex topic, and everyone have like different perspective on this topic. Well, Sayed, yeah, I agreed. One point to say that most of the suicide happen because of the alcohol and all, and that's the main reason also. One point I
Yeah,
agreed.
one more example I like to give you. Just 3 or 4 days back, in my home, in my city, Kochi, there is an incident where 4 people gang raped one 5-year-old girl.
My God.
And they not just raped her, they killed her also. And they were all under the influence of alcohol. Even after second day, when police was waking them up, they were not able to wake up. They were so heavily intoxicated by alcohol. So every time you just read, see, if there are 10 rape cases, maybe out of that 8 or 9 will be under the influence of alcohol.
No, but
What it
Sayed,
is.
I have one point to make. Like I questioned you last time, just a few minutes back, that in US, almost everyone drinks alcohol, but still there are less rape cases as compared to India, right?
Who said there are less rape cases in US?
As compared
Every
to
minute,
India, I'm not saying like less rape case
US
in
population is
US.
also less. Yeah, US population is how much? 30 crores, 40 crores. How much are we?
Billions.
1.4 billion at least. Obviously, the number of rape cases are also going to be one third or one fourth of India.
That is true, but here in US we have laws and order. In India we do not have that, right? The police here,
So
they come after calling 3 minutes. Police will come. In India, it's not like that, right? They will, even we call 100 times, they will not come.
So despite having law and order conditions, very good law and order conditions in US, despite that, crimes are happening, rapes are happening,
Well, I haven't seen any
and
rape cases as of now yet.
you also do a survey. You read newspapers and check how many rape cases you are able to find, and check if the newspaper mentions that the culprit was
See,
under the influence of some kind of intoxicant.
because
Check it
because see
yourself.
here, yeah, because here people are scared because the laws and order are so stringent that people are scared to even commit crime. Even the smallest infraction or delinquency. As compared to India people thinks nothing will happen. जो होगा वो पुलिस को पैसे देके हम लोग बाहर निकल जाएंगे bail पे. So it's about all this. That there's no, like, numbers are scarily high in India because, like, here people are not worried about what will happen to them, the aftermath of those consequences. In US, on the contrary, you people think that, oh, if I commit even the smallest crime, I have to do something that, मतलब ऐसा होगा कि मुझे जिंदगी भर याद रखना पड़ेगा ऐसी गलती. That is why here people are scared to commit crime,
That is a
and
very
that's why
good
people
point.
want to come to US. That's why people want to come to US, because they think the social life is good, people are good, and there's like laws and order in place.
That is true. That in order to reduce crime in any society, law and order has to be very strict and very disciplined. That is one way. But despite all that good law and order, crimes happen in US. Rapes happen in US. And what I am asking you to do is do a survey, do a study. How many
Prashant,
percentage
Prashant, you
of
like, sorry to say, Prashant was saying that in US, very less crimes happened, but I like daily read the newspaper. In every day I find one news of US, like three Indians were killed in US, and I will not specifically remember
yeah,
that.
killing happens in US, and
Killing happens.
moreover, rapes are so belittled in US that they go unreported and they don't even pay attention to that. There are so
Okay,
many
okay,
rape
okay.
cases
Let's
in US.
okay. Let's take it this way. Now, you being a judge, now if you say alcohol should be banned, do you think alcohol will be banned? No, right? They will still
If I am the
consuming
judge,
alcohol.
if I am the king, if I am the minister, I will make sure that India does not produce alcohol. Every fruit is consumed fresh. That is what I will make sure.
लेकिन ब्लैक में तो बेचेंगे ना फिर.
Then what I am good for? If I am not able to stop crime, if I am not able to stop black marketing, what I am good for? What good is my police force? See, even in India, it is very easy to stop consumption and production of alcohol. I just have to have the will. I just have to have the will of doing my work. People don't have the will.
Yeah, I mean, like, just imagine, अब आपने चाकू दिया सब्जी काटने को, लेकिन वो खून करने लगे तो आप क्या करेंगे? It's about like that, right?
See, if somebody creates alcohol in his own home and does not tell everybody, that is none of my business. But you create a factory, pays GST, and then sell it on in an open market. There is a big hoarding saying that sharab yahan milti hai. Why? At least that I can check. I know still I live in Kerala. I know many people who make alcohol in their own homes. It is so easy. I cannot check that. But at least such a large scale production that happens in India, at least that can be somebody doing something privately, and I'm not going to look into people's houses. That is not the scope of law. But somebody in open street, in public view, that is what I can stop.
Okay. I think that's very long topic.
Yes, Akshay.
We should find a conclusion now.
Yeah, correct. So we have covered a lot many things. We have covered rape, alcohol, and we have almost covered thrice of the debate today.
But it's very controversial. If more people were today joining, then I think it was the most controversial topic.
Yeah, of course, because we are
Ever.
3 debates at a time.
Yeah. Now most of the we only 3 debates. If there were more people, it would be more interesting.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
There will, maybe you can think of this alcohol banning, something like that. Yeah, or how evil the alcohol is, or should alcohol be banned? Create some
Not
topic
only
like that.
alcohol. Sometimes consumption of drugs also
Yeah,
can.
intoxicant, all types of intoxicants.
Yeah. I think it was some one. I think I have debated on alcohol topic. Should alcohol be banned or not? But I think I haven't published that because some kind of issue.
Yep, Akshay, if you put that topic, everyone will come. You see, alcohol should be banned. But in this
No, yeah.
debate, I was scared. I was scared of Syed. He was so like a bit bigger, and he was trying to have that discussion. I was very scared.
No, so yes, first time like I thought that this was a very healthy discussion because you also shared your opinion as because
I'll go
already.
underground for a few days now.
No, don't worry, actually. You spoke from your heart, you spoke for.
Yeah.
All right
So
then.
yeah, conclusion
So
like
we just three are here. I think Tushar already left. So
Tushar, I think he
we should
felt
go.
very bored with us and he left the debate.
No, no, no.
Even I
That
was
is
going to
not.
leave because I was scared.
So I must take care of it from next time. I must not scare people, and I must not.
I'm just
over-
kidding.
Okay.
No, you definitely did not, boy. You definitely did not. Yeah, we had a
But
scintillating conversation.
anyway,
At
I
least,
just
at least I
we
can
just
hear
happened to
some.
ignore Tushar in the flow. That should not happen. We should take care of everybody. Everybody should get a chance to speak. That
Yeah,
is,
everyone.
Yeah,
that
you
is
being
the
a judge, that's why. You're a judge, that's why.
yeah. Yeah, that was something that I forgot. Next time this should not happen. Right? So anyway, on that note, we will just go away now. Okay. So thank you, Vishal.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Good
Yeah,
night.
wait. Just Prashant and Syed, can you give just final conclusion? Because I want to make YouTube shorts on it. So it would be better that you.
Yeah. Because Syed was able to surpass me, I'll give this power to being a judge. I'll give this power to give the order to Syed, so he can make a judgment.
Okay. So I don't think that a judgment has been made. The opinion is still divided. Uh, Prashant and Akshay stood on the point that an individual who owns the life has a right to end that. But whereas I said that uh, we don't own our own life. We are only be given uh, a right to this. We are only given a trust of this life. We are not owner of this life. But the trust has been given by God to us. So we are a trustee of this life, and we should share that responsibility with our utmost dedication. That is what I have to say. And I opine that one should not be given right to end his own life. That is what I have to say. So the opinion is still divided. Everybody spoke well, and on that note, thank you very much.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you, Syed.
Thank you, Prashant, for giving your time. It was very long debate, and you stayed for 1 hour. You have joined at 8 p.m. and it's around 9 p.m. now. So
Anytime. Call me.
thank you for giving.
Thank you, Akshay.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night, and good morning to you, Prashant. I think.
Yeah, thank you.
What is the time at your clock, sir?
11:30 morning.
Okay.
Okay, so it's morning.
Thank you once again.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.